everybody. I forgot to check the microphone. I hope it's working. I think it looks like it might be. Hope everybody's doing okay. I'm going to wait for a little bit till the feed gets up. I'm having a little bit of lighting trouble this evening, not much. I've had a interesting day today. Uh, Hope y'all have had a good, interesting day. And tomorrow we start Monday. Hi, Debbie Sue. I sound good. Well, thank you. I finally have figured out that I can watch this little meter and I can tell if my microphone is on. Debbie's, Amy Hawkins. My hair's poked up everywhere. I just got out of the shower a while ago and it kind of dried. I didn't even comb it. I just kind of fluff it. All that gray coming in there, I don't worry too much about it. I think, well, you know, I'm having some kind of watermelon-y Kool-Aid. Zero sugar. Zero. So what have y'all been doing this weekend? This Sunday? Mother and I have been here at the house. I have not driven the car at all today or yesterday. We just stayed here and trying to get I'm trying to get my stomach to quit hurting, and it still hurts. And if y'all have ever had this banding of those blood vessels, yesterday was 7 days. Some of you probably counted it up. How many days more do I have to go through this pain? Because I don't take pain medicine at all, not even Tylenol, not ibuprofen, none of that. I wouldn't, because the liver, the Tylenol I think is safe. They gave me one. See, that first day I came out of surgery, they gave me morphine, and if the woman asked me if I wanted the morphine, I don't remember it, because I probably would have said, yeah, that's an old drug. That's something they gave my great grandmother, morphine. I probably wouldn't have took it, but I guess it helped with the pain, because today, being 7 days, yesterday, 7 days, it hurts. It still hurts. Kind of feels like, okay, I guess I could say it kind of feels like if I have a bad ulcer in my mouth, or in my stomach, maybe a stomach ulcer. I've never had one, but I know it kind of feels ghostly. It's pain here, but then it kind of affects the rest of the area, and then in the back, my back hurts like I've got a kidney problem. Jenny Lee says, actually, they can give you a prescription called Carafate. It's liquid that coats your stomach, might help. Okay, honey, I will. I'm on, y'all know, the stomach pills, the prescription stomach pills that you take. My brain just goes sometimes, but I take them twice a day, the stomach pills. It's not Prilosec or nothing like that. It's the one that they gave my mother also when she get car sickness. I've got to take these little cactus off here, y'all. I've got to figure out how to get this cactus off there. They're poking my eyes out. I can't see what y'all are saying. And by gosh, if I can't see what y'all are saying, then they're going to go. But I got to figure out how to do it. I'll get it here in a minute, maybe. There's rain, breaking news. I don't have no breaking news. I'm out of the hospital. That's the breaking news. Okay, here. I can't find the one that says nothing. Oh gosh, we're having a party. We're having a party. That'll be good for New Year's, y'all, when we have our New Year party. I don't know. We don't want it to rain. Look, it'll rain. Look at it raining. It's just raining cats and dogs. Well, that says upload. I'm trying, y'all. We'll just leave it on breaking news because at least that's about the only one that looks halfway decent. Jenny Lee said, I had acid erosion. I took the acid blockers, but they also gave me Carafate. You know, I've heard of Carafate. Well, good. Now we're breaking news. I could be a newscaster tonight. Whatever. Y'all could too. Y'all could help me. D says, good evening. Hey, y'all. Hey, Virginia Mama. I had a restful Sunday today. I have a trip for work this week, so I need rest. Y'all please say a prayer for me. I'm struggling with family issues. Well, D, we will pray for you. Dear Lord, touch her. Be with her. Be with her family. Let all the decisions come out properly, Lord, and make Dee feel calm and peaceful and let her make the right decisions. That's my prayer right now. Amen. Jenny Lee, yeah, I don't like being in pain, but I don't like pain medicines, you know. Uh, but we got to do what we got to do. You know, I don't like whining. I'm not a whiner uh, at all. I'm not a whiner at all. And, I thought when I used this program here, the Restream, it kept our comments on the channel. Zippity doodah, you always come in at the right time. Zofran, yes. They gave me Phenergan first day, but now I'm on Zofran. Yep. Right. You're so right. I don't know what I'd do without all y'all. I couldn't put my pants on backwards. I can put my pants on backwards. Have y'all ever used, I was going to show you, have y'all ever, I'm out nearly. Have y'all ever used rain bath? This Neutrogena stuff? Well, I had an old girlfriend many years ago when I was dating. Uh, she was a nurse and she got hooked on that rain bath. And even back then it was expensive, but about a month ago, maybe a little over, I thought, I'm going to look on Amazon and see if they've got that rain bath because I love the smell. It's just such a clean, and the soap is so thick, and I mean, you just look like a uh, big old white wedding cookie. My hair and put my sleep clothes. This is my sleep clothes. During the winter, y'all see me. I wear those, and I love them. Night shirts. I love night shirts. I've always loved night shirts. I was in England and I was cold, and so a friend said, she said, go down to Harrods, and I saw some night shirts on sale. I said, I don't think I'd like that. I grew up on the Red River, and I thought we don't wear gowns, But she said, well, if you want to stay warm, then you can get up at the fire and lift your gown up or your nightshirt up, and it'll warm you from underneath. Then you can hurry up and get back in the bed. You don't have to have the bed warmers or anything because it was quite cold. So I went down and got one. I don't still have that one, but every time I see them at uh, Goodwill, estate sale, because a lot of people buy them for loved ones, and then the loved ones never wear them because they don't wear dresses or skirts. So I found 3 at an estate sale recently to go with my other quite a few. I won't tell you how many Not shirts I probably have, but I've got several. Dee said, I love the Neutrogena sesame body oil after a shower. It smells great. I haven't, honey, this is about all I've ever done is this here. And I noticed when I was ordering on Amazon, they had all blue flavor, all different colors and flavors. And Debbie Tanner, I'm trying to get all my vegetables in my garden canned and put up before my reconstructive shoulder surgery next Monday. It's coming up quick. I remember you told me you was going to have that. I told everybody. I canned green beans today and apple butter yesterday. Now, Debbie, you need to get you a channel and do that. People ask me to can and all that, and I used to do a lot of it, but I'm not real good at it. My grandmother canned, and I think they canned because they had to, And I'd love to have the food because it's so natural. Even if it's canned, I love what I love is the yellow squash with onions canned. Pour them in your pan, add butter. Boy, that's nothing like that on a winter day, and you wish you had some of those good yellow squash or white squash or green squash. I just like squash. I like vegetables. It doesn't matter what it is. I like it. I love cabbage. I love. I'm gonna cook some. Tell y'all about that in a minute. I was going to cook some turnip greens this morning that I had got. I got from a lady, but I went in there. I went in there at 8 o'clock to fix my eggs and basil because I'm got in there and I thought I had the camera situation because I decided I'm not going to cook unless I can include y'all because there might be some little the second. See, it's Sunday night. I'm waiting, y'all. It's Sunday nights what's happening. We haven't been doing that, but I'm on the old laptop that I used to use because of what I was telling you in this story that I'd gone in there this morning. Well, I couldn't get that camera to connect up, down, sideways. Then I finally got it connected, and it was pointed at the back of my head, and then it's up towards the ceiling. I couldn't get the signal to come in. So that's why we're on the old laptop until I can I'm going to have to run a wire through the ceiling, I guess, from where I put my desk here and run it through the kitchen to the kitchen. That's all I know. Bless you, Jesus Christ. I'm looking here, y'all. Now, if I get off topic and going around the chicken house to get to the barn, y'all, I'm trying. We were talking to Debbie Tanner about that, and I talked about squash. Zofran. Well, I haven't noticed it making me sleepy. I was thinking I've got Zofran, but I think this is something else that I take twice a day. It's like it's another stomach pill. Dee says, "Thank you. Don't make me cry. I'm sorry you're in pain." Well, Dee, if your friends don't love you and stick together and help you, then they ain't worth very much. I mean, it doesn't matter where I am. If I'm at the market, somebody tells me they got a sick child or something, I'll just start praying. Works. People look at me crazy. I don't care. But I don't lie. Y'all kind of heard me. I don't make two quims about it. If somebody tells me this, that, and I don't believe in it. So I took my bath, got up this morning, like I was telling you, I took my bath a while ago. So we was on that subject. Now I'm going to cooking breakfast. What I was going to cook also those greens and maybe some red beans or something, but I couldn't get the camera to work, so I've left that all in the ice box where it was thawed out till tomorrow. And then I'm going to try to reset the camera. It'll be good till Wednesday if I don't get it done, but I hope that I get it done till tomorrow. And then this is something else I was going to tell you. Have y'all ever used this crystal? It's a rock crystal. Let me see. It's a rock crystal. You wet that with water. It's salt. You wet that with water and put it under your underarms, then rinse it off, put your lid back on. It's an Oriental product, and you can get it off of Amazon. This is called Thai Crystal Deodorant Stick. World's best 100% natural deodorant. This is what I use because that for the men, if there is any in the room, that stuff you spray or rub on you and everything, if you don't really scrub that off, it becomes a buildup, kind of like an old oven. If you got to scrub that off, and so I found that this salt, even ladies, well, this is what we used to use in the booty patches. A salt, it wasn't this brand, but you just wet that and rub it, and that kills that bacteria that causes any sweaty smell or anything like that. When I found this finally, again, after 20 something years, something like it, the one I used to use, I was ecstatic because I thought, I wish they'd make that again. Well, I looked. Of course, Amazon had it. We've talked about Amazon. Debbie Tanner, I had yellow and green squash in my stir fried night. I love squash also. Yeah, I love squash. I do too. I've got some yellow squash in there. I've got some of those green Mexican squash. Somebody gave me those. And I've got, of course, garden onions, green onions. And then I've got another deal of pork, big pork. I'm going to grind some of that, though, and make sausage. Because, y'all, I have to make my own sausage because I don't like the store-bought sausage. And now that they've told me no more salt or no more of this, then it's going to be 10 times as worse me trying to cook for us. So a lot of the recipes, y'all, just get ready for it. It's going to be because they're going to maybe kind of outlandish, and it's not something you just hurry up and get done. Like some of these other cooks, you have to go to their channel and watch because, like the sausage, it takes several hours, and I may start doing, once that camera's fixed, I'm going to cut it on. We're going live. You can watch, fast forward, whatever, wait till it's over because I can't, when I'm in there cooking, I don't like grease and stuff and then getting it on my cameras and things because it's detrimental to them. So we'll just have to do it that way. I think it's a good idea. May not be too good idea, but I think it is. Oh, I was going to show y'all something. Hold on. Let me get a drink. Y'all drink you some Kool-Aid. Drink your Coca-Cola. I love these plastic glasses. They're kind of elegant, but they as plastic as they can be. Here is this box. I was going to try to pick it up. I don't know if I can. No, it's not got $1 million. And no, this is not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Look at this. Now, that's one box of stamps. Just one box of stamps. No telling how many dollars. Mama said, "Oh, you shouldn't show them on there. Somebody might break in our house and steal them." I said, "Well, if they write letters, that's the only way they're going to use them." I said, "Nobody wants the damn stamps." I said, "The only way I can get rid of them is to mail my friends their gifts and all that stuff." Y'all, I'm serious. These are from 5 cents to, oh, look at that clown. That was for, I wonder what that was for. We're not going to sit here and go through these, so don't get bored. I just want to see that. Circus. That's the Circus United States. That's a 5 cent stamp. See, it's got the plate block. got the serial number and plate block. All of them are that way. But if any of you are stamp people, tell me if that's correct, how these are blocked off. I thought they had to be 6 stamps, but these only have a serial number. Where are we? A serial number and 4 stamps. This one here is 5 cent United States, Smith International, Washington, D.C. Somebody, I don't know who, I have no idea who that is. About 1940, 60, maybe 1960 stamp. But there is, here's this one. I didn't do anything to anybody. I didn't break into the Watergate Hotel. There's Richard Nixon. He's 32 cents. So that's a pretty, that's getting on up there, up further up the road towards today. The 5 cents, the 4 cents, all them would be duck stamps, chicken stamps. You know I'd have chicken stamps. What the hell I'm gonna do with chicken stamps? But I'll mail y'all's packages. So, and I'm gonna do another giveaway, D. I know what I told you I would, but I looked in the cabinet today, and I think all I've got is some of that Dolly Parton cookware, and there hasn't been anybody send me. Here's books of stamps. Look at these. These are $4.40 for a book of stamps. They've never been opened. So we could go through this all day. Look at this Alabama stamp. Now, I love this one because this must be a tribute. I got 2 or 3. Look at this stamp, though. There's a lot in there, but not just one sheet. This is for Alabama, probably To Kill a Mockingbird. It's the bird of the Alabama state bird, 1819 to 1969. So this is a 69, and that must be what is flower is that? It's not a magnolia, y'all. It's I should know that flower. So, if y'all want to make you a little frame with a certain kind of stamp, here's some old ones. That I thought about doing that, y'all. I'm gonna close my Who Wants to Be a Millionaire box up. I thought about let me get a minute. I thought about taking kind of a matte board, putting the stamp on there, and then possibly doing a little watercolor like that stamp that had the bird and the little red thing, kind of doing one of the flowers that looks similar to that, and then signing it, something like that. I don't have time, and now after all this, hi Grandma Teresa, I'm going back. Hibiscus, thank you, Zippity. See, you're just right there all the time. I need a secretary like that. Hibiscus, I'm going to go back up, and then I'm going down. But I got everything I was going to talk to out of the way. Because my brain is still good. I'm still doing well. My pulse rate's still up. Still lost weight. I'm getting more wrinkled every day. But I'm going to talk to my friend and say, can you help me? I look like I just woke up from laying on a chenille bedspread. Amy Hawkins, hello. I'm trying to go back. Never miss a comment. I don't know what that's talking about. I guess it says show these. Block user on YouTube. Put user in timeout. Add to block. I don't know how to do all that. Okay. Let me get out of this. Amy Hawkins said hello. I took today and rested most of the day. Simply Debbie Sue says. Generally, as if they can give you a prescription called Carafate, it's a liquid. Yeah, we've already been through that. Where am I, y'all? There's a new chat bot that I have sat here and wrote the program for. It's just I haven't got it to put on here, and it's going to help me get through these and answer and keep out those dirty talking people. No, D, those are my stepdads. I Yeah, today they just don't know. They don't bring any money. I don't think. As some of you may know, if you have any idea or need one of them, some of them stamps, just send me an email to Just Me Billy Jean. If you got somebody that would buy some of these stamps, it'd help me. But if not, I'm going to use them for gifts. But that's I'll never send that many gifts out in my life. Uh, That's a lot of stamps. I mail out about 45 birthday cards a year to family. I've started buying boxes of cards. I used to pick out individual cards for each person. I like doing it. Well, Melissa, that's sweet. Of course, I don't have much family to do that, but I used to be very punctual about people's birthdays, writing them handwritten letters. And yes, I do, Sandra Terry. I do have some Elvis Presley stamps. They're in here. Y'all email me if you want a certain kind of stamp or if you're collecting something. Let me know. Because it'd help Mama and I if I sell any of this stamps. I bet there's probably $10,000 worth just on the face value. I have no idea. Might help us to get our another little car that we need. I have good friends and they've let me use one for months now because they knew we had to get back and forth to the doctor. So I'm trying to get that. And I got our house taxes are outrageous. We got them all taken care of. Simply Debbie Sue says those stamps are a treasure. Well, Debbie, I'm not so sure. I mean, I guess I even collected them as a boy. You know, there's some of these that were mine. I just put them all together. But when you see a stamp that's worth or that costs 50 cents, let's say, and then you go and try to sell it, okay, you got the gas to try to take it to a stamp show if you knew where one was, and you'd have to set up a table, and you might come out with nothing. Because I've let some people look at these and they want them all for nothing. Like, I know the face value on these at one time was close to $12,000. Now I've sold some of those in the 90s, no, not 90s, 2009. But there's some of the duck, wild geese stamps. I've got one that's pretty valuable, but nobody wants it. Nobody wants to buy it. I'm trying to get down there. I guess that's the last message with Sherry Long. Hi, Billy and Mama. Late, but I made it. Well, we are glad you made it. Grandma Teresa Trolls. David says the stamps are a treasure. They're beautiful to look at, but as I've told y'all, I have got beautiful glassware by the trunk load. Those steamer trunks, I've got one of those, well, 3 of those, and they're full of glass that I handpicked and loved for years. Sandra, it's just me, Billy Jean at yahoo.com. Everybody, that's my email. Just me, Billy Jean at yahoo.com. And if y'all hadn't gone to my Facebook page, that's Just Me, Billy Jean, go there and subscribe. I don't post a lot on there, but at least you can. And I get a lot of messages. I just can't answer them all. So I have answered several of you. Y'all become friends, but at this point with this cancer, I just can't. y'all get the heart, and I'm sorry, that's it for right now. I just can't. My mind is not really on. I can talk, and we can have these live shows, but when it comes to grammar and trying to say comments, it's just difficult for me right now. Just understand, I care. It's not that I don't care. It's just I don't have the capacity to do a lot more than just what I'm doing. And once this cancerous tumor is taken out, and I get through that, feel better from that, I'm pretty sure my mind will change. Now, I know it's getting clearer because of the B12. Today, still, my blood pressure was perfect. My heart rate was 78. No, not a way up in 100. It's gone down last night after I talked to y'all. It's about 78. Zippity Doo said, make a collage picture using as many as you can. Then sign it and frame it. Sell it, one of us, so when you're world famous, it will be worth a fortune. Now, Zippity, I thought you were my right hand. But that's kind of a crazy idea. No world famous here. I sure wouldn't like that. I wouldn't. I'm just down home. I would only even want to go to. I never liked even going to those award shows or nothing like that with one of the people I was employed by. I didn't mind going to the hotel and getting them all dolled up and ready, but they always had a ticket if I wanted to go. I never went. I didn't care about it. D, I've got Elvis stamps. I got to see what there was. Marilyn Monroe. There's Elvis. There's some of those. I noticed some that I would like to put in like a picture frame. I would just like to get mat board and get those stickies and put the stamps right in the middle. It's the country and western singers from Hank Snow and Patsy Cline and Hank Williams, and all those are on one block. And I'll look for it, but it's beautiful. I mean, some of these stamps are literally they're works of art, of course, yes. I'll buy another stamp from you today. I'll write you this week. Time for a giveaway. I know. Now, Zippity, what are you laughing about? Because I'm not too funny. I don't think I'm funny. A lot of people laugh. And, Badman, we understand. I sure like others just having you and your get well one day at a time. Yeah, Nancy, you're right. I do have to do it one day at a time, y'all, and I know you care. Well, I wouldn't got those sentimental messages. Grandma Teresa don't like crowds of people either. I'm just a small town country girl. Well, it was kind of like old Liza's song said, she went around the world and she would come back and the guy was next door or something like that. Well, I've gone around the world and I've seen all that, and I'm still happy to be back close to the Red River. It was not bad, y'all. I've eaten snails, not eaten no snake. I've done a lot of that stuff that every other country does, but I still just decided I was going back and just being who I am, and that's what's happened. I never thought it would be by way of getting to take care of my sweet 93-year-old mom, and her needing me. I didn't think I'd come back to the roost that way, but I'm glad that it's happened that way, and I'm glad we've survived and we're still kicking, and I'm glad y'all are my friends. I like having friends, lots of friends. Badman says, since I retired, I'm 100% loving being home. I know. You know, uh, used to I'd be glad to get in the car and get away, go down to Dallas, go into downtown Dallas as a young uh, with some friends. We'd all the girls. We would get a hotel room. The girls stay in one room, the boys stay in another room, and we would go and go maybe to the state fair or go to some of my friends. I did pick. They were quite advanced in education, so they liked symphony, they liked music, they liked art installations. So we, as a young person, we would go do those things and not get in no trouble. Go to good restaurants like the French Room downtown, the Adolphus Hotel. Uh, do some of the things that young people just don't do. But I really enjoyed my young life that way, and I'm glad that my parents let me do it because it's helped me to get through these memories. That's what I live on is memories, and I share some of them with y'all every once in a while when I can think of them. You know. Oh, we have been on here 37:31. All right, Sherry Long. She's acting like Dorothy now. There's no place like home. Yeah, I've been having a hankering, y'all, to go to Las Vegas to see that sphere thing. What do y'all think about that sphere? I hear it's expensive, but they said it's amazing. And there's another thing going on. I hope that how I took Mom. Some of you may have watched the video. I don't know, to see the Edith Head exhibit. We drove all the way up to Oklahoma City, uh, and I took her to see the Edith Head exhibit, and I pushed her around, and it was kind of taxing on me. But the next one I would like to go see while it's still in Dallas is the Titanic uh, exhibit that has all the. I know that's a tragic thing, but I've always been intrigued by some of that, something of that. I don't know exactly what part of it. I think mine was that the design was indestructible, but it showed God showed people. This is the way I feel. God showed the very wealthy and all that thought they could just get on that ship and never look back and get back and forth to New York, London, or Southampton. But God showed you can't outdo God. He'll make it indestructible. They're in your path if you get too big for your britches. And I hope that I can take Mom to go see the Titanic. The tickets aren't bad; they're like $24, so that's good, y'all. Uh, Bad Moon said, "I enjoyed your visit to Edith Head show. One of my favorites." Well, good, Nancy. We had a good time that day. Just Mother and I got in that car and off we went, and we saw that screaming Billy Goat, and yeah, we there's a couple more that I had put on there going to the cemetery, but I took off because there was some small infractions in the video, and I didn't know how to take it out, and I didn't know what people would think about it of scenery, you know. So I've just left it out. I've not re-put those videos up, but they were good. Our little trips, like our trip to the grocery store, we laughed all the way. Mother looked so good, and she got in there wanting what was it, y'all? She wanted those apple fried pies. They've got so much. What is that sugar? See, my brain's getting worse today. Uh, had all that certain kind of processed stuff in it, and she wanted them, so she got them. Of course, she did. All right, y'all. Uh, I hope y'all have a good week. We're going to. I don't have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I've still got the video for out in the yard that the flowers. Now that pineapple is doing something a little different today. It's got purple little. You know how the pineapple has crisscross on the surface of it. Well, I saw 2 or 3 crisscross. I think it's trying to become the pineapple before it, and it's grown a little bit bigger today. So it's probably a half an inch fatter than it was yesterday. But I watered it this morning, and I watered it this evening. Ada's Head was fun. Take us with you if you go to Titanic. I would. I would. The Sony camera is, I've got to figure out how to do it a little better. And it's hard when it's just me pushing mom. And I bought her one of those chairs that's electric, and it's got a joystick. And I tried to even drive it. I kept running the wall. The cat, I nearly cut the cat's tail off and got the cat's tail in the wheel. And I thought, no, we're not. It was one of those Nighthawks or expensive. They was, of course, I bought it at an estate sale, and it's like a $2,000. You can take it on the airplane. It's for that. If you need to, if you want to travel, it's got 2 batteries to go in. It's Nighthawk or uh, something like that. Uh, and I only gave $500 for it because I thought that is a steal, and I'm gonna have to get rid of it because mother can't drive it, and I sure in the heck can't. I'm not that joystick. You know them scooters. You drive them like this, but that joystick, I look like Lucille Ball on that thing going around in a circle. That poor cat was chasing me, and that's why it's got his tail crazy. Uh, Dippity do? What is that? I don't know that word. I don't know that. Yeah, Debbie Tanner, the Titanic exhibit would be interesting. I loved all about it. I like history. I really love history. There's some beautiful art galleries in Dallas. We could go on those trips, but I've got to get this stuff taken care of first, and then we'll decide. Baby come over here and got in the chair, and then he jumped down. He didn't want me to show him, I guess, tonight. But I hope y'all have a good week. Mother and I are going to continue to strive, and let me call the doctor tomorrow. Oh, okay, a plant. I read that wrong. I thought it said croutons, and I thought, now I know what croutons. I made them. I don't know how she envisions that with fall, but so never be surprised about what I'm thinking or what I'm saying. We'll talk to you soon. God bless you. God bless us. God bless the United States. We love you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Tell your family to subscribe. Take care, as Simply Debbie said. We will. I'll see you soon.